Last name again, James?
Richardson, Judge.
Take a step.
Mr. Richardson. How's jail? Wonderful.
Missing bills. I'm missing life. I'm missing everything. Missing my job, work opportunities.
You know, and one of the things, Mr. Richardson, you need to consider that when you're out there in the free world, when you're picking up cases, one of the first things that you should think about, even before you do anything, if I get picked up, if I go to jail, do I have anyone that's going to bond me out? Because when you don't, you wear orange for a very long time. You are on bond.
Okay, pause here. The judge is dropping a brutal reality check. If you can't afford bond or don't have someone to post it for you, you're stuck in that orange jumpsuit, sometimes for months. And notice the kicker. Richardson wasn't on just one case, but 3. That means every new arrest stacks against him, making the judge way less likely to cut him slack. Question for you. Do you think judges should consider someone's family support when deciding bail, or should it only come down to the charges themselves?
On for 2 serious assault cases, and now you picked up a 3rd case. This is what happens. Your lawyer's asking me to give you another PR bond. No. It scares me. What are you going to do if we let you out?
I'm working with law enforcement to figure out exactly where the.
Don't talk about the facts of the case.
I have no interest in talking about the facts of the case. My concern is if we let you out, are you up to no good? That's my concern.
No.
We gave you the opportunity, and now here we are again. So
I'll be doing good. I'll be doing good. They let me out, I'll be doing good. And I have
Judge, he has a job lined up with the Port of Houston. He just wants to start working.
having your life now, Mr. Richardson.
my grandma, my sister,
Your daughter.
my daughter.
Where's mom and dad?
My mom's in Dallas and my dad lives in Richmond.
Do you have no interest in getting in contact with either of them?
Yes, I do. But I work. I have paying jobs, paying jobs. And I don't think my dad has a job. Or he is a
Stay up.
cop, something like that.
I don't know where he would go if we let him out, but I'm not letting you out on the street. So we need to figure out where you're going to go. I'm going to tell you now, I'm going to be very hard pressed to just give you another PR bond.
He would say he would live with his grandmother.
Where were you living before?
I was living with her, but I spent time at my friend's house.
Okay.
That's not going to happen. I'm not doing this now. It's not gonna happen. We need to figure out a place that you can go to, that you've got a permanent home to go to, whether it's going to be grandma, mom, or dad. But friend's house, it's not going to work. And then I'm going to tell you, if I do let you out, you're going to have a whole host of monitors, so I know where you are at all times. You've now picked up your 3rd case. I'm going to do everything that I can to prevent you from picking up a 4th. Do you understand, Mr. Richardson?
Sure.
Okay, so, start talking around with family members, see who's going to, who's
Going
able
to
to take.
reduce his bonds at all, Judge?
Of course.
Can we reduce them to 2,500 each at least? I don't know if he'll be able to make that. So it'll be 25. Okay, thank you,
But I'm
Judge.
going to tell you now, I'm not letting you out on the street to just roam it, because nothing good happens on the street in the middle of the night and you just roaming it. So if you want to get out, you got to find a good place to stay. Grandma, mom, dad, somewhere where it's reliable, that you got a bed, and not just a friend. Do you understand, Mr. Richardson?
I would say a friend, but it was more of a partnership, business partnership. But they didn't hold up on their end. at all. So you can, my grandma could give me a PR bomb because where I work.
I'll let you guys figure it out. I got to handle a bunch of stuff.
Thank you,
Let me
Judge.
know.
Judge, we having a rating.
Let me talk to Carl. Good morning, Miss Lathan. Thank you, Mom, for coming. Appreciate it. Miss Lathan, you're charged with assault of a family member. You're facing up to a year in jail and or a $4,000 fine. We're going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can or will be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney present. If you cannot afford one will be appointed to you. Okay.
Judge, the complainant reported being assaulted by the defendant, who is the complainant's daughter-in-law, at the defendant's residence in Harris County, Texas. The complainant stated she was at the residence with the defendant for the complainant's son's birthday. The complainant advised she engaged in a verbal.
Wait, did you catch that twist? The alleged victim had just undergone breast cancer surgery, while the accused was 9 months pregnant at the time of the supposed kick. Both sides have built-in sympathy factors. That's what makes this so messy, and why witness statements are critical. Here's a question. If you were on a jury, would the pregnancy detail make you more likely to doubt the assault happened? Or would you think it doesn't rule it out?
Altercation with the defendant about the child not saying goodbye. The defendant got into the victim's face and the defendant lunged at the complainant as if the defendant was going to strike her. The complainant stated her son and husband attempted to separate the defendant and the complainant, but the defendant was able to kick the complainant's right breast, causing a high level of pain due to recent breast cancer surgery. The complainant stated the defendant yelled, quote, "I will fuck you up," as she was pulled away. The defendant stated they had a get-together for the defendant's husband. The complainant became upset during that conversation, and the complainant was slamming doors, yelling and getting in the complainant's face, but did not kick the complainant as she was 9 months pregnant. The defendant was identified with a Texas driver's license.
I make a statement, Judge.
Of course.
And so this case was it 6 months later that it was filed? They never spoke to any of the witness. Janitha was present at that time. Terrell, who's a bailiff upstairs, was present at that time, which is Jillian's husband. He didn't want to go through the whole IED deal and give a statement just yet. But I did provide a witness statement from Janitha where she was there. She was 9 months pregnant at the time, Judge. She had her baby a week later. Her mother-in-law did have breast surgery, cancer surgery before on her breast, but she couldn't lift her leg up 3 inches, much less high enough to kick her in the breast. Police officer had none of the information with regards to Janitha being present. Janitha was there. There was the mother and the Terrell and the father holding the two back, I guess, from each other like this. It was split up, and then that was it. 6 months later.
And there it is, the magic phrase, probable cause. Remember, that's the lowest standard in criminal law. It doesn't mean guilty. It doesn't even mean the case is strong. It just means there's enough to move forward. That's why so many cases like this still end up dismissed later. But notice the judge's tone. Firm but fair. He's not piling on extra conditions beyond the basics. What do you think? Was that the right call? Or should the judge have added stricter bond rules given the allegations?
Charges were filed against Miss Lathan, and that's it. Officers never spoke with anyone, didn't get the other side of the statement. Janitha did provide a witness statement. The court can ask Janitha. We're open to the court asking the questions to Ms. Kimbrough. She didn't witness anything after it was split up. They went home, I guess, Janitha, and then that was it. There was no physical contact, anything of that nature. Nothing.
Give a response, Mike.
Judge, I haven't read the offense report thus far. I know that this is what the victim has reported. I don't know who the investigator spoke to, but I know this was a delayed report. That's why the 2B warrant was filed.
There was no documented injuries, Judge, no photographs, no nothing. They just on their own volition.
Remember, this is just mere probable cause, right? So, and the fact that, she's pregnant is unable to, I don't know that, right? So all this is a probable cause. It doesn't mean that you're guilty, right? Just it's a mere probable cause. There's still a lot before someone can be found guilty beyond a reasonable doubt. I mean, that's a lot higher standard than what we're just doing today. I am gonna find that there's probable cause to go forward. What's the dynamic now? I guess it's 6 months down the road.
I mean, they all
Do
live
they
together.
want to have contact? Does-
They all.
Um,
Do you still have contact with your brother-in-law?
So on Mary Ellen, I'm sorry, yeah, Marilyn, is there still contact between you guys?
On and off, not too much.
Okay, so the only thing I'm gonna ask is just don't have any threatening or harassing contact with this person. That's all I'm gonna ask you to do at this point, okay? I'm not gonna put any other conditions in your bond. Just be careful. Don't pick up any new cases. You know, you got a great lawyer. I will waive your appearance. You don't have to waste your time coming to court. Mr. Kamick will tell you when you have to come back to court and just, that's all there is to it. Just, you know, just be nice. Don't pick up any new cases, you know? You guys have any questions?
That's it.
So for now, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna have just Michael create the bond conditions, we'll have you sign it, and then you guys are free to go. Just do your thing, and just have fun.
Judge, did you set a bond amount?
Oh,